So I told you I've been watching, yeah, that '90s show,
Hang on,
and
hang on. Did I press? What did I press? Ah, we're doing two-player.
all right, boom, we both have controllers.
Yep, mine's wired. I'm gonna say right now, Bullseye is kind of the best.
All right, well,
I
I'm gonna.
recommend going to my finished file because the stats are maxed out. You pressed B. Press
Oh
the
my
right button.
God!
You got to press the button on the right. If you look on the bottom there, it tells you. Bullseye's really good, but if you go left, you'll find out there.
I need Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin's not bad. It's all the way to the left.
There he is, Anakin Skyboy.
Anakin's not too bad. We're gonna go into a really easy one, just us, no mirror, and we'll just start. So you can
What
get
buttons
used to
go?
the controls. So there's a handful of controls to worry about. To zoom out, up on the D-pad, you'll zoom in, and
All right,
if you want to go all the way out, that's pretty nice. As you move forward, the camera will kind of shift better, and it'll look a little bit nicer. Triggers go.
all right,
B, the bottom one is brake.
all right. It's just been so long,
There's also a boost.
and try not to hit the wall, just like that.
Right.
Wow.
You can also turn sideways, like
What
I am now.
What button's that?
It's left or right on the right stick. Of course, left turns you left. It slightly helps you turn. Honestly, it kind of makes it worse. Like, that's left. Yeah, it just makes it harder to turn. Just hold left or right.
All right.
If you look on my screen, or if you bump onto the wall and then look at your screen, you'll see
Yeah.
two rectangles.
Yeah, your engines.
Those are your engine health. You can recover them by holding right bumper, and it'll start repairing them. As you're repairing, you shut off the engine, and it slows down.
All right.
B is brake.
I'm starting to remember some things.
Speed boost. We'll get into a bigger map so you can get practice the speed boost. How did it feel?
Better than what I remember.
Yeah, having a frame rate helps. Yes, I'm saying the Switch is a strong system, stronger than the N64.
Which is funny because of all the shit talking we do of the Switch.
Oh, it's still like a weak ass system, but it's stronger than the N64.
Yeah.
All right. So this one, we'll continue. We'll just race. So the speed boost, you'll hold this. You'll hold your speed. The bar will fill up, and it'll have a green light. You'll just see it on the right hand. You'll see a
Yeah.
green light. When you have the green light, you hold forward. Like, just tilt forward, and
Yeah.
it'll fill back up. And once it fills up, it'll hit yellow. Then you press A, and you'll get a speed boost.
All right.
And at that point, I would recommend getting off of holding up. You don't need to hold up when you're boosting, and it can kind of throw you off. But gentle touches are very good in this game like this. Just a little bit forward, and you'll be fine. When you're speed boosting, you are going way faster. It's harder to turn, and if you hit a wall, you are likely to just blow up.
All right.
You're more likely to blow up than not blow up if you're speed boosting, especially if you hit something at a really bad angle.
I hope they port the second one to something. Because that exists.
Look at these N64 graphics.
Wow. They look like nipples.
That's sure. Here's us. I'm Bullseye Navar. I'm at the top. He's the chosen one. He's got all the midichlorians.
Wow.
What? So I'm already speed boosting. If you turn too much, you'll stop charging it. So you really need a straightaway to build it up. And then you press A.
All right.
I'll let you know coming out of this cave there's a very narrow passage, so if you hold left or right. Also, okay. So
Oh,
you
man.
blew up, but I was going to tell you that
You
if
can overheat?
You can overheat and you'll just catch on fire, which will severely damage your engine and keep damaging it over time, and you'll be a lot slower. But what I tend to do is just either just let off the gas for a frame or just tap brake. None of these turns are so bad that you really need to start braking for things. We'll do harder maps where you have to brake often, but right now it's not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't know that there's a speed boost, in general because I just sucked at this game as a kid.
I remember finding it out as a kid. I was just playing it, and then I just like held forward and I saw the bar go up. I was like, "What the heck is that?" And annoyingly enough, on the N64, you to activate the speed boost, you have to press A, which is fine, but that's also your acceleration. So you just had to like just let off and let it go real quick, and then you get the speed boost. So it was really awkward. But this one uses the trigger, so it's not too bad.
Didn't they also add like gyro turning to this?
Who cares?
All right.
Gyro controls suck unless it's a shooter, and at that point you don't want it to be like a
Gimmick. You want it to like.
shooters with gyro controls are actually pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
Um,
That's like a big reason why the Steam controller provided like a slight unfair advantage over some things. It is just because like it had gyro controls.
right, gyro controls are very nice for shooters. I'm just gonna recommend again gentle touches left and right. Holding it left and right, you'll start zooming really quick.
Yeah, I see that.
But you'll get better at it as we continue. We'll go to a hard map.
All right.
How about Baru Coast? We won't go to Baru Coast yet. How about? All right, Zuggis is okay.
But yeah, I was telling you about that 90s show and how it's like okay, and they dated themselves and to specifically be in. Oh shit!
He smashed into me and it killed both of us. Oh, also left bumpers. You can look behind.
All right. Are you just taunting me?
I'm just giving it's a handicap.
All right.
It wasn't enough of one, but that's what you're getting.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so the show takes place in late July. Well, not late July, early July of 1999. Because the first episode is specifically on July 4th.
Okay.
And
You could have just said the 4th instead of early or late.
whatever. Well, the series takes place in like early July. Because,
Yeah, July 4th.
yes.
You just said that.
But, like, the first episode is only on the 4th. Then everything after that is after the 4th. But they go to a video store in the second episode. And in that second episode,
July the 4th be with you.
you see a VHS copy of Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
What?
And so that film released in 97. The VHS release was September of 98. This takes place in July.
So it has to be July 99.
Yes.
So that 90s show is 99.
Yes.
Which, was that 70s show, did they have a specific year they worked with?
So I'm guessing they're going to do the same thing that they did with that 70s show, where they will just say that it's the 70s.
I'll let you know right now, pulling back gives you more air, but it slows you down.
Because, like, there's a lot of things with that 70s show where it's like, I think Star Wars releasing was
shit.
in the first season, and that's supposed to be the early 70s, and Star Wars didn't release till 77,
Oh,
so, like,
not early 70s.
yeah. It's more of just a show that takes place perpetually in the 70s, but then having that 90s show exist as a actual sequel or successor is just like, oh, so it's not a world that just takes place in the 70s.
I mean, that makes sense. That's how time works.
Yeah, but like that's not how the show's time worked.
So it's just so what you're telling me is that that 90s show is going to have just things from the 90s, regardless of what time they actually happened in reality.
Yes.
Okay. What about that 80s show? Wasn't that a banger?
16 or 6 episodes, I think that was. Honestly, I do see that 90s show getting more episodes because it exists on Netflix. That 80s show had like its 6 episodes because it showed up. None of the like characters returned from that 70s show. Nothing nobody liked, and they're like, oh.
Well, that 90s show has what, Kitty and Red?
Yeah, Kitty and Red make it, or our main side character, like reoccurring characters.
Throwing a lot of words here.
I know I'm fucking up because I'm like also trying to not die, and that's not working.
I just didn't even steer for like 5 seconds. It's great. just held forward. Like right now, I'm not. Now I'll go left. I've also been grinding this game like crazy.
I have not. Oof.
Like I knew this was going to be a bloodbath, but yeah, it's still fun mechanic.
Yeah. But like, yeah, Red and Kitty are characters coming back from that '70s show that do stay around.
It's gonna be a real shame if like either of those actors die
Yeah.
in the production of that '90s show, because honestly they're both cool.
Yeah.
And the '70s show's a good sitcom,
Yeah.
which most people don't think exists, but that's the one. There it is.
It's like it's one of the few where I'm just like, yeah, I've been wanting to go back and watch it with like no bad memories of like anything being like complete trash. I know
And
like
everyone from the show continued to have like a career after that.
Yeah.
None of those, most of those characters weren't one-trick ponies, except for what's his name, the guy who was Hyde.
oh yeah,
He had issues.
he has a show. He has a couple shows.
I know
that
he
he's
showed up
in.
on I forget what it was called. Something about having a farm.
Yeah,
Was it Dax Shepard? Was it Dax Shepard show?
I don't know. Wasn't that called like The Ranch?
I think it was The Ranch. Yes, I think it was that show. That I'm blanking on his name. I don't know that many actors.
Yeah.
I mostly know Dax Shepard because I know Kristen Bell because she's hot.
I know Dax Shepard because
And he's cool too.
he was in a couple films I really liked as a kid. Well, I liked him more like in middle school. Well, Employee of the Month I saw like as a kid.
Shit.
That was Dane Cook fighting Dax Shepard.
Remember
for-
Dane Cook?
Yeah.
Does he do anything now?
No.
I don't
He
think
stole
so.
jokes and got called out by I think it was Louis C.K.
Of all the people.
I know.
Louis C.K.
Um,
Didn't he like flash his dick or some shit?
he asked people if he can masturbate in front of them. They jokingly say yes, and he just started masturbating.
I mean, I wouldn't say yes. You know, I get it. Like he's a comedian, so you're like, oh, you
That's
assume it's
that.
a joke.
Yeah.
But if it's anyone I don't know, if it's like someone I know, I mean, I'll jokingly go along. If they whip it out, though, I'm gone. Like that time you did it to me. But you want to do the worst one?
Sure. But Kelso makes
I gotta
it.
tell you. All right, so you're looking at the. Okay, look at this right now. Look at the board.
Yeah.
Right here. We start like over here.
Uh huh.
We start over here. Right here. All this way, you need to stay. There's like two layers.
Yes.
You need to stay on the top one.
All right.
There's no rails, so really hold your speed and be careful. Because if you fall off, you have to do this loop. If you stay on top, you just cut past it.
All right.
Okay.
I love these PNGs though.
I like my guy. Remind me of DK. Bozzy. Look at that smug looking face. We're also gonna add a couple more AI just to spice it up.
All right. Yeah. So far, in what I've seen, Hyde doesn't make an appearance. But
Again, that's not surprising that
Yeah.
actor had. I don't know what happened with him.
I don't know. Like that's legitimately it. It's just he's one of the ones who disappeared.
Because he had some like legal issues. I don't remember what it was.
But it starts off with Eric and Donna coming back. They're married. And
Oh wow! Didn't see that coming.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
coming
mean,
up right here.
I barely remember.
Be careful. You immediately smashed. It'll throw you on the bottom.
Yep. I barely remember like the last season. I know there's like a whole season where Eric is not in it.
Yeah, he was like his character was like in Africa, like
Yes.
studying abroad.
Yes.
Although I thought he was interested in Donna and not other ones, but see, I just took the skip, and you now have to go through the loop I was talking
I know.
about.
And this is torture.
Yeah, I told you it's a terrible one. I fell down, but this part's okay to fall down. Ah!
Like not 100% knowing the controls, I'm fucked.
It's left and right.
Not knowing 100% the sensitivity of the controls.
Quite. Although, every racer does have pretty different turning. Watch out for that wall.
I'm George of the Jungle here.
Go for the tree. Bump. Go for the tree. No! I did that one intentionally because it was funny. No.
Yeah.
So you were saying, so Hyde doesn't come back, does Kelso come back?
Yes. And his appearance is actually kind of
Oh, I
interesting.
fell down.
Because
I remember he had a show, what was it, Yo Mama? And they tried to do like Yo Mama jokes.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I was pretty sure he like hosted like it was like a comedy stupid show where it was just people just ripping on each other, but there was just all Yo Mama jokes.
That sounds hilarious. I'm gonna look
I don't
into
remember
that.
it existing for very long, but I remember it existing. Period.
But Kelso's character, Kelso coming back, is funny because you first meet his son, and then Red's like, "You look familiar. What's your name?" He's like, "I'm Jay. Jay what? Jay Kelso." And then Kelso shows up,
Right.
and then Jackie's like, "Oh yeah, we're getting remarried again."
Remarried again.
Yeah, apparently they got married, and then divorced, and then married again.
I died hardcore.
I'm
Yeah,
not
threw
doing
me on the
good.
roof. Nice.
I'm not doing good.
I missed the jump. No, I can see that in the middle there,
The fact that I'm like,
about a mile apart from everyone else.
yeah.
Alright, I'll catch up to you soon. Balls.
All right. Ah. And I'm dead. I love how easy it is to like destroy your paper mache engine.
I fell off again. I'm mad.
Ah, I fell off. I mean,
The second section, it's not so bad to fall off on. You just miss like a short shortcut that you can take. Oh, I died again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to win because I fell off again.
Oop. Oop. And I'm dead. Watch this break like 1,000 views just because it's Star Wars.
Honestly, it would help. Although, we might have issues with like the music getting claimed, but as long as
Yeah.
we're talking pretty much the whole time with our riveting conversation
About that 90s show.
about that '90s show.
That 70s show, that 90s show,
So
that
Kelso
80s show.
As a kid,
Yes. Which I remember kind of
what
him.
about Eric's sister?
She has not made an appearance.
That's not surprising. She was definitely like a very side character.
Yeah.
I might not win this.
But it's interesting that their kid
Yeah,
is
yeah.
named Leia, which made sense because Eric is like Star Wars. He's like, I'm a professor at a university, and I teach a class on Star Wars. Am I actually going to finish this race?
It's interesting that it's again, zooming out helps a lot with controls, surprisingly. Oh, you stuck it.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So the thing you can do there is you'll see 2 yellow flags, and if you're on the roof, you can fly off of the. Why'd it put you back there? Dude, you just got TP'd back. You were so far ahead. It just threw you back across the map.
Oh.
You already did this part.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Maybe it's like
Maybe you can try again. But
what was it, like Cocoa Mountain in Super Mario or Mario Kart 64?
Yeah, Chocolate Mountain. Yeah, so you see those flags? If you just jump off right in between them, you'll land there, and you just don't have to go around to the side.
Huh. But yeah, Choco Mountain has like positioning errors on the Nintendo 64 version. That's why it doesn't know who's in first place.
Alright, you're almost done. Just gotta fly through this. We'll do an easier one. How about that?
All right. The gauntlet.
I like this one. This one's a little complicated, but it's cool.
That PNG in the corner is crispy.
Of which one?
Um,
Neviki,
Slide.
Bullseye, or Slide? Yikes, Slide.
yeah, he's crispy.
It's pretty crunchy. We'll bump it up to 6. This is a really big map. Do you want to stick with Annie?
No. He looks so happy. I want to be the bad guy.
He's not very good. He's quite quick. His stats are kind of whatever. His steering is way worse.
Mm.
And steering is big. Ebb Endicott's not bad. Neviki is pretty good.
He's so tiny.
He also doesn't have stringy ships. Not Odie Mandrill. There's another one later. He's the quickest character in the game, but he has awful stats besides that. But he can break the sound barrier through 3 times almost. Slide's okay. Toy Dampener is pretty good. I like Toy, and that's me. You can use it if you want, or can you not?
No, I was seeing if there's more.
Gotcha. There's like arrows above the names. You
Yeah. FUD.
You use FUD.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't know how his handling is. I tried most of them, and I went, oh, Bullseye has the best, so I'm just using Bullseye.
All right. But yeah, shows are weird. It is a lot better than Blockbuster.
Is it better than Velma?
Haven't watched Velma. Been wanting to.
I've heard it's garbagey.
That's what I keep hearing too. And that's what makes me want to watch it. Because like my favorite films are like Dragon Ball Evolution and Resident Evil Afterlife, which are hot garbage, to say the least. But like they're enjoyable hot garbage.
They're enjoyable because they're trash.
Oh yes.
That's what you're saying.
But like
Dragon Ball Evolutions is a fucking joke.
yes, but it did bring back interest in Dragon Ball. It did exactly what it needed to, and it made $1 million along the way.
Is that $1 million profit?
Yes. It was a movie that cost less than $80 million, and it made $81 million. I looked this up because there was a guy I used to work with where I'm just like, Dragon Ball Evolution is my favorite film. And he was like, why? It's not a good movie. I'm like, so?
It sold well.
It made its money back. And he was like, talking about Ghostbusters 2016 being like dog shit. I'm like, yeah, it lost $30 million for Sony.
Dude, it was so bad.
It was like, yeah, but how much did it make? I'm like, no, it was negative $35 million. He's like, no, how much did it make from like sales? I'm like, negative 35 million. Like trying to explain to this guy that this movie made
It lost money.
It lost money.
A significant amount. Yeah, no, it's bad. Melissa McCarthy had maybe 2 decent movies ish, and then just like made the exact same movie repeatedly, and it was just not fun.
But like the biggest problem with Ghostbusters is like there is no script. They literally sat the camera in front of people and told them to be funny, but not to stop talking. So it's just these people just talking, trying to make funny. And it's not how you make funny.
Jackson, that's what we're doing.
We're doing something different. We're not trying to tell a story. We're not trying.
You are.
Ha ha ha. We're not having a plot that involves us catching ghosts.
We should.
I know.
No, we did that.
We did.
We did do that. What are you talking about?
We did have a.
We played Luigi's Mansion last year.
That was last year.
You hate when I say things that don't sound right but are completely right.
Yeah. That reminds me of something Selena does, but she's like 3. She's like, last year I liked that, and I'm like, yes you did.
You're like, you're not wrong. Weird way to say it. Weird flex, kid.
She's like, last year I had a birthday. I'm like,
Yep.
yeah.
Maybe she just understand the concept of like years.
She kind of is starting to. I mean, again, she's 3.
Right.
She's gonna be 4 soon.
The guy you're using, his engines remind me of like robot claws.
Yeah. They look like fists from back here.
I can see that. How do you like his? Is it him? Is he feeling right?
Yeah. His handling's pretty good. At least I think it is. It's not too...
You can handle it. It's not too like
Yeah.
zipping around.
God, those PNGs.
They're
So, now go back.
Huh?
The goo. The white goo.
this one.
No. That. I always thought that was a face where those little, like, pod racer engines are.
On the right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just thought it was just like a screaming in pain face.
draw it in the edit.
Just it screaming in pain. It already looks like it. I'll move the little dots over.